This local man next to me has written his 12th book all about the outlaw country music movement. It's called Outlaw Still at Large, a saga of roots country music since the 1970s. Neil Hamilton is holding a big country music bash to celebrate this release, and he's here this morning to tell us all about it. You see the book on the screen. I have the book in my hand. Outlaw Still at Large. We were talking during the commercial break. Tell the folks all about it.
Well, Outlaw Still at Large is a story of 15 of today's prominent outlaw music artists who are reaching back to the original outlaw music movement, country music movement of the 1970s, the era of Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings and so forth. And what they are doing is creating music that once again is connected closely to country's roots and not as commercialized as today's Nashville pop.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that. Today's Nashville pop, you said kind of the same thing was going on during the 70s, where some people thought Nashville was getting a little too mainstream. And tell us about these outlaws then.
Well, the outlaws such as Willie Nelson back in that era, they not only wanted to break with that mainstream approach and create a music that appealed more toward people's hearts rather than their wallets, they also wanted to be more independent and break with what they felt was too much studio control over their music. And these outlaws today are doing much the same. They tend to record on independent labels or their own labels, and they're not very much involved with that mainstream Nashville music scene.
And this book is over 500 pages, so you obviously have a passion for this. Why does this appeal to you so much?
I traveled over 20,000 miles putting this book together, and there are people in there from Shooter Jennings, who is Waylon Jennings' son, very prominent in today's outlaw movement, and also has a show on Sirius XM radio. This book basically is about these outlaws, but it's also about how the music changed my life at a time I was going through a personal crisis. So I think it holds out some hope to a lot of people that there can be a transformation, whether it be through music or some other way, in seeing some hope and future for their own lives.
Country music fans are some of the most die-hard fans. They truly connect to the music. It moves them so much. So we have this book here. We also have this CD because you've got that country jam coming up, and we've got an artist right here. Tell us about those things.
Yes, the Outlaw Bash, or Outlaw Band and Book Bash, as it's formerly called, is going to be at the Double Deuce, which is in Fairhope, Alabama, Highway 98, this Saturday, beginning about 7 o'clock. And a number of the artists who are in this book and profiled in this book will be there. In particular, Jackson Taylor and Dallas Moore and Wayne Mills, and Bert David Newton's going to be there too with an unscheduled appearance. Really, he's excited about this book and wants to contribute to that celebration.
Well, it's got to be unscheduled because this is outlaw style, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. That's the way we roll. So this is a CD right here, Bert David Newton Band, the live right here, and we're going to hear some music. Do you know what he's playing for us this morning?
I believe Clydesdales.
Clydesdales right here live on Studio 10, and the book is Outlaw Still at Large. You can find all the information about this on our website. Now it's time for some great music.
I've seen love, I've seen dreams, I've seen times when I thought I could change some things. I've seen how, I've seen why. Since you left me, all I've seen is how I'm gonna die. I got Clydesdales pulling my casket, Jack Daniels, he's digging my grave. And the Marlboro man, well, he's doing the preaching. Well, I was wondering if I'd be around if you had only stayed. Well, I've been faithful and I've been true. I've done all I thought I should do. Woman, when you left, my sanity, just ain't been no hope in trying to save me. I got Clydesdales pulling my casket, Jack Daniels, he's digging my grave. And the Marlboro man, well, he's doing the preaching. Well, I was wondering if I'd be around if you had only stayed. Well, I've had time to think things through, and I've had problems getting over you. I took chances to start again, and no girl wants an outlaw that's headed for the end. And I got Clydesdales pulling my casket, Jack Daniels, he's digging my grave, and the Marlboro man, hell, he's doing the preaching. Well, I was wondering if I'd be around if you had on the stage. I've got Clydesdales pulling my casket, Jack Daniels, he's digging my grave, and the Marlboro man, hell, he's doing the preaching. Well, I was wondering if I'd be around if you had on the stage. Yes, I was wondering if I'd be around if you had on the stage.
That was great. A little bit different than the Florida Georgia line country pop type stuff that's out here right now. Sounds fantastic.
Well, thank you very much.
That's true storytelling right there. And I tell you what, you can hear more at the Outlaw Band and Book Bash this Saturday. Show starts at 7. All the information is right there on the screen. It will also be on our website. Coming up,